afternoon, the media news. I am Babatunde Fanopo. The Federal Executive Council has approved a $2.2 billion external borrowing plan, which is part of the federal government's external borrowing program for the 2024 Appropriation Act. The Finance Minister, Mr. Wale Edun, told the newsmen after the Federal Executive Council meeting that the financing initiative will combine Eurobond and Sukuk offerings estimated at $1.7 billion and $500 million respectively to reinforce Nigeria's fiscal stability, adding that the result of the FG's economic reforms qualified Nigeria for the international capital market financing. In his statement, the final allocation between these financial instruments will be determined based on market conditions and advice from transaction advisors pending National Assembly approval. He further added that earlier in the year, Nigeria's successful domestic issuance of dollar bonds highlighted the growing resilience and sophistication of the country's financial market, attracting both local and international investors who showcased confidence in the federal government's economic reform agenda. Osun State House of Assembly Speaker Honorable Adeleke has expressed the determination of the state parliament members to strongly assert its legislative powers by thoroughly and effectively scrutinizing the year 2025 budget, not minding whose sources guard. Honorable Egbedu's promise came on the heels of the presentation of the Osun State Year 2025 390 billion naira appropriation bill, codenamed Budget of Sustainable Growth and Transformation, by the State Governor, Senator Ademola Adeleke, to the State House of Assembly. Parliamentary reporter Oluwatosin Oladokun was part of the exercise.
The total of the 2025 budget is 390 billion 20,277,740 naira only. Christian Budget of Sustainable Growth and Transformation. The laying ceremony of the 2025 budget estimates for another cycle year was the second of its kind since Governor Ademola Adeleke took over the mantle of leadership in the state. Earlier, the majority leader of the House, Honorable Babajide Koforola, had moved a motion for the adoption of the vote and proceeding, and it was seconded by Honorable Rabiu Adesina. In his address, the Speaker of the House, Honorable Adewale Egbedu, had, on behalf of the colleagues, welcomed Governor Ademola Adeleke to the Harlow Chambers. He applauded Governor Adeleke's commitment and dedication for the timely presentation of the 2025 budget estimates of the state for the next fiscal year. Egbedu held that Osun State House Assembly will carry out unbiased legislation on the presented state draft estimates, stating that the public office holders are expected to spend public funds for the benefit of the masses. He said that the Finance and Appropriation Committee will go tough on any MDAs that could inflate the budget size.
I must remind the heads of ministries, agencies, and government parastatals that the Osun State House of Assembly will continue to demand thorough accountability for previous appropriations, disbursements, and expenditures. We will assert our full parliamentary authority to hold you accountable for the stewardship of taxpayers' money.
The Speaker, in the course of the plenary, also assured readiness of the State Assembly to ensure the speedy passage of the 2024 Appropriation Bill, saying Governor Ademola Adeleke had demonstrated capacity and tenacity in all his administration engagements.
On behalf of my colleagues, I pledge that we will approach this budget with a strong sense of responsibility, mindful of the current economic situation and the urgent need to alleviate the suffering of our people.
In their separate remarks, the Finance and Appropriation Chairman, Honorable Lumide Fatumise, Honorable Femi Popola, Honorable Komi Ajibola, said the infrastructural drive of Governor Ademola Adeleke has justified the optimal performance of the outgoing year budget cycle.
The Governor has once again complied with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria by abiding and also bringing forth the proposed 2025 budget to the state.
Secretary, and nitty-gritty of democratic process.
Oluwatosin Oladokun, OSBC News.
Ahead of tomorrow's Ondo State governorship election, security agencies have reinforced measures to ensure a peaceful electoral process, deploying extensive personnel and resources to maintain law and order across the state. The Defense Headquarters has announced the deployment of troops to the border areas and flash points in a coordinated effort to support the Nigeria Police Force and ensure the smooth conduct of the election. According to the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Buba Edward, the deployment is meant to deter any interference with the voting process and keep troublemakers at bay. Major General Edward noted that troops would also assist in the transport of sensitive election materials for the Independent National Electoral Commission. Meanwhile, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has deployed 22,239 officers to maintain security across the state before, during, and after the exercise. The IG assured residents of a violence-free poll, stating that the police force will be fully prepared to prevent any breach of peace. The Community Court of the Economic Community of West African States has rejected a suit filed by a group of Nigerian activists, the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, over an attack by bandits on an Abuja-Kaduna train on March 28, 2022. In a judgment delivered by Justice Dupe Atoki, the regional court declared the suit inadmissible due to lack of victim status required for public interest litigation. The court held that it lacks jurisdiction over the case because relevant ingredients that could qualify it to be entertained as a public interest litigation were missing. To be recalled that Serap filed the case after bandits attacked the Abuja-Kaduna passenger train in the year 2022, where armed assailants bombed the train carrying over 970 passengers on the Abuja-Kaduna rail line near Rigasa in Kaduna. And on to sports. Nigeria's Super Eagles have booked their place at the next year's Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco after a 1-1 draw against the Republic of Benin at the Felix Houphouët-Boigny Stadium in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. The Republic of Benin national team opens the scoring in the 16th minute when Mohamed Tijani capitalized on a corner delivery from Junior Olaitan, heading the ball into the center of the net. The Super Eagles found themselves trailing despite creating opportunities, with Victor Osimhen and Moses Simon both testing Bennett's defense. Meanwhile, in the second half, Nigeria intensified their attack and were rewarded in the 81st minute when Osimhen met Simon's cross with a precise header to level the score. The Republic of Benin national team fought hard to reclaim the lead, but Nigeria's defense held firm, preserving the draw. With the results, Nigeria have officially qualified for the AFCON 2025 in Morocco, securing a top spot finish in Group D with unbeaten record. And on the foreign scene, South Africa's government says it will not help an estimated 4,000 illegal miners inside a closed mine in the country's northwest province who have been denied access to basic supplies as part of an official strategy against illegal mining. The miners in the mine shaft in Stilfontein are believed to be suffering from lack of food, water, and other basic necessities after police closed off the entrances used to transport their supplies underground. It is part of the police's Vala Ungadi or close the whole operation, which includes cutting off miners' supplies to force them to return to the surface and be arrested. The spokesperson for the National Police Atlanta Mathis said that following consultation with the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy, no police officer, soldier, and government official will go down the mine due to safety concerns. In the meantime, community members have stepped in, demanding to go and rescue these illegal miners, adding that they were being made to sign indemnity forms and that the risks involved had been explained. And still on the foreign scene, at least 10 people have been killed and others hurt in a fire that broke out at a care home near Zaragoza in northeastern Spain. According to emergency services, the fire broke out in the town of Villafranca de Bo early morning, where about 82 people were living in the home at the time. It noted that after alerting them, the firefighters were able to locate the scene of the incident and put out the fire, but ages of those who died are not yet known. 2 other people were taken to hospital, including one person whose condition was described as critical. According to an eyewitness, the tragedy may have been caused by a mattress on fire in one of the rooms, adding that there was little fire damage to the single-story building and smoke inhalation is being blamed for the large number of fatalities. The report says the center was opened 16 years ago as a retirement home, but has since specialized in care for residents with dementia and mental health problems. With that, we've come to the end of the media news on OSBC TV. Join us at 3 for the state news. Good afternoon.